Activists are celebrating the Army Corps of Engineers' decision, although many questions remain about the future of the pipeline project. There's a possibility the pipeline will be rerouted or construction could be stopped entirely. The big question tonight is, how is the incoming Donald Trump administration going to handle this project? It's no secret President-elect Trump and his cabinet are pro-oil and pro-pipeline. For more on that, let's bring in Ed Fallon, who's the director of Bold, Iowa, one of the groups that is opposing the pipeline. Mr. Fallon, nice to have you with us tonight. I understand that you just got back from Standing Rock. If you could give us your assessment of what unfolded on Friday, how the people reacted, and why won't they leave? Good to have you with us.
Thanks. Good to be here. Well, I arrived just hours before a 3-day blizzard hit, which is a lot of fun on the northern Great Plains. Managed to get my tent set up just before the snow started falling. And it was crowded, busy then. But I tell you, Friday, Saturday, when the veterans started arriving, it was just amazing how many people showed up. And it was heartwarming to see that kind of solidarity. And there was a lot of tension, expectation that there could be some kind of action, some kind of confrontation. Then of course, came the announcement, and yeah, it's exuberant. I mean, everybody is just amazed and happy. But yeah, there's still a lot of questions as to what happens next. You know, are we going to see a complete environmental impact study? That should happen. And of course, if that happens, it should include the entire pipeline. I mean, because the Missouri River does not stop at North Dakota. It keeps coming on through Iowa, through Illinois, on down south. And we want to make sure that the entire impact of this pipeline is studied. Which is what we thought the Corps should have done at the first place, but now it's made clear they have to do that. And we assume that means they have to do it for the entire route.
What about a Donald Trump administration supporting the pipeline? This all could be reversed. You're aware of that?
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard. I don't know anybody who can predict what Donald Trump will do next. But yeah, he certainly could do some things that might change the direction this is now going. But you know, I wouldn't say for sure that's going to happen, because this isn't just an executive order that he could reverse. This is a decision that involves a major federal agency that is going to, I hope soon, begin to take some action that might set wheels in motion that then could not be reversed. Again, I really don't know, and I haven't yet to talk to somebody who has the magic ball that can tell us what's going to happen. So I think we just keep fighting, keep pushing, keep making the case like we've been making it. And I think we're going to see a win in the end on this, and it's going to be a win for all of us, the native folks for sure, but also for us farmers and landowners here in Iowa.
Yeah. Mr. Fallon, what about Iowa? What issues does the state of Iowa have with this pipeline? I understand there's eminent domain fights that are taking place that really haven't gotten a whole lot of attention. Your organization, Bold, Iowa, how are you involved?
Well, we certainly do a lot of work with our native allies, but a lot of the foundation of our group is environmentalists who are working with farmers and landowners. And again, a lot of the farmers and landowners along this pipeline route are very much opposed to this pipeline. There are 9 who have gone to the great trouble and expense of suing the Iowa Utilities Board over the use of eminent domain. They allege that you can't give a private company the authority to use eminent domain for a private purpose. And they have their day in court on December 15th. That's going to be a big day. We're going to see a strong show of support standing with those landowners and those farmers who believe that they were treated wrongly by the state.
And finally, did the veterans tip this? I mean, the optics of this would have been terrible if law enforcement was confronting veterans who were defending the protesters. I don't know if Americans could have handled that picture and that story. Did that turn the dynamic at the camp over the weekend?
Well, every little thing that has happened has turned us in the right direction, but that was huge, yes. The fact that 2,000 American veterans who served this country felt strongly enough about this to come together, to make that statement, to take that stand, that was huge. And I think that definitely played a role in what happened.